The year was 1930, a time of great turmoil and unrest in India. British rule held India in its grip, with an iron fist that seemed unbreakable. But in the port city of Chittagong, a spark of rebellion was about to ignite, one that would be remembered for generations. Surya Sen, a schoolteacher turned revolutionary, led a group of young freedom fighters in a daring raid. His vision was clear, his resolve unshakable. Their target, the Chittagong Armory. The raid was audacious, a bold move against the colonial oppressors. The revolutionaries, armed with whatever they could gather, stormed the armory with fierce determination. They aimed to seize weapons and ammunition, to strike a blow against the mighty British Empire, to show that resistance was possible. While they succeeded in capturing the armory, their victory was short-lived, as the British forces quickly regrouped. The British, enraged by this act of defiance, retaliated with overwhelming force, determined to crush the rebellion. Surya Sen and his comrades were forced into hiding, their faces plastered on wanted posters across the region, hunted like outlaws. Though eventually captured and executed, Surya Sen's bravery resonated throughout India, inspiring countless others. The Chittagong Armory raid may not have brought down the British Empire, but it ignited a fire in the hearts of the Bengali people, a fire that would not be easily extinguished. It was a powerful symbol of resistance, a testament to the unwavering spirit of those who dared to dream of freedom, a beacon of hope for a nation yearning for independence. The 1930s and 40s witnessed a significant surge in political consciousness in Bengal, a region that was becoming increasingly aware of its socio-political landscape. During this period, new political parties emerged, each with its own distinct vision for the future of Bengal and its people. The Krishak Shramik Party, founded in 1936, championed the rights of peasants and workers, advocating for their welfare and betterment. They boldly challenged the existing power structures, demanding better living conditions, fair wages, and an end to exploitation and oppression. In 1949, the Awami Muslim League emerged on the political scene, marking a new chapter in Bengal's political history. Founded in Dhaka, the Awami League, as it would later be known, advocated fervently for the rights of the Bengali Muslims of East Pakistan, marginalized and underrepresented within the newly formed Pakistan, leading to growing discontent and demands for greater autonomy. The League demanded not only autonomy, but also the recognition of Bengali as an official language, a crucial aspect of their identity. These political parties, though diverse in their ideologies and approaches, shared a common goal: self-determination and empowerment for the Bengali people. They set the stage for the tumultuous and transformative events that would unfold in the coming decades, shaping the future of Bengal. The seeds of change had been sown, and the political awakening in Bengal was just the beginning of a larger movement for freedom and justice. 1947 marked the end of the British Raj, but the joy of independence was overshadowed by a tragedy that would forever scar the Indian subcontinent: partition. India was divided along religious lines, giving birth to two new nations, India and Pakistan. East Bengal, with its predominantly Muslim population, became East Pakistan. Separated from West Pakistan by over 1,000 miles of Indian territory, East Pakistan found itself linked to a nation with a vastly different culture and language. The partition led to one of the largest mass migrations in human history. Millions were displaced, their lives uprooted by violence and chaos. The arbitrary drawing of borders split communities, families, and friends. The wounds of partition ran deep, leaving behind a legacy of pain and displacement. In 1948, just a year after partition, a new struggle emerged in East Pakistan: the fight for linguistic identity. The government of Pakistan, dominated by West Pakistani leadership, declared Urdu as the sole official language of the newly formed nation. This declaration sparked outrage in East Pakistan, where the majority spoke Bengali. Students, intellectuals, and ordinary citizens took to the streets, demanding recognition and respect for their mother tongue. The movement reached a boiling point on February 21, 1952, when police opened fire on a peaceful demonstration at Dhaka University, killing several students. The deaths of these protesters, now revered as martyrs, fueled the flames of the movement. The government was forced to concede, recognizing Bengali as an official language alongside Urdu. The Bengali language movement was about more than just language. It was about cultural identity, self-respect, and the right to exist on one's own terms. Section 5. A decade of discontent, East Pakistan, in the 1950s. The 1950s were a turbulent decade for East Pakistan. Despite the victory of the language movement, the region continued to face discrimination and neglect from the West Pakistani ruling elite. The renaming of East Bengal to East Pakistan in 1956 further fueled resentment. East Pakistan, despite being home to the majority of the country's population, received a disproportionately small share of resources and development funds. The political landscape was marred by instability, with frequent changes in government and the imposition of martial law. A sense of frustration and alienation grew among the Bengali population. They began to question the very foundations of their union with West Pakistan. Section 6. The rise of Bengali nationalism, a force unstoppable. The 1960s saw the rise of Bengali nationalism as a potent force in East Pakistan. The Awami League, under the leadership of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, gained immense popularity. In 1966, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman announced his six-point program. This program called for greater autonomy for East Pakistan within the framework of Pakistan. It demanded control over its own economy, politics, and culture. The six-point program resonated deeply with the people of East Pakistan. It became a rallying cry for those who felt marginalized and exploited. The movement for self-determination was gaining momentum, setting the stage for a historic confrontation. Section 7, 1971. The birth of a nation. The year 1971 witnessed the darkest chapter in the history of the Indian subcontinent, and the birth of a new nation, Bangladesh. This year marked a significant turning point, forever altering the geopolitical landscape of South Asia. In March, facing growing unrest and the immense popularity of the Awami League, the Pakistani military junta launched a brutal crackdown on the unarmed civilians of East Pakistan. The streets were filled with cries for freedom and justice, but they were met with violence and oppression. Operation Searchlight, as it was called, unleashed a reign of terror. The operation was meticulously planned to crush the spirit of the Bengali people and silence their demands for autonomy. Intellectuals, students, and Hindus were targeted for elimination. The aim was to decapitate the leadership and intellectual backbone of the Bengali society, leaving them leaderless and vulnerable. Millions were forced to flee their homes, seeking refuge in neighboring India. The refugee crisis became one of the largest in history, with camps overflowing and resources stretched thin. In the face of this unimaginable brutality, the people of East Pakistan rose up in arms. Their resilience and determination to fight for their rights and identity became a beacon of hope. The Mukti Bahini, a guerrilla force comprising Bengali civilians and military personnel, fought valiantly against the Pakistani army. Their guerrilla tactics and unwavering spirit played a crucial role in the struggle for independence. India, moved by the plight of the refugees and recognizing the genocide unfolding across its border, lent its support to the Mukti Bahini. The Indian military provided training, resources, and strategic assistance to the freedom fighters. After 9 months of a bloody and brutal war, Pakistan surrendered to the joint forces of India and Bangladesh on December 16, 1971. This marked the end of a long and arduous struggle for independence. Bangladesh, a nation drenched in the blood of martyrs, was finally free. The sacrifices made by countless individuals were not in vain, as a new dawn of freedom and hope emerged for the people of Bangladesh. Section 8. Trials of a Young Nation Post-Independence Bangladesh. The birth of Bangladesh was followed by years of struggle and rebuilding. The newly independent nation faced numerous challenges: a devastated economy, political instability, and the scars of war. The assassination of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman in 1975 plunged the nation into further turmoil. Despite these challenges, Bangladesh persevered. The nation adopted a parliamentary democracy with a focus on social justice and development. The resilience of its people, coupled with international aid and support, helped Bangladesh make significant strides in healthcare, education, and poverty reduction. Section 9. Bangladesh today. Facing challenges, embracing the future. Today, Bangladesh stands as a testament to the indomitable spirit of its people. The nation has made remarkable progress in areas like poverty reduction, gender equality, and economic growth. It is a leading voice in the fight against climate change, a challenge that threatens its very existence. However, challenges remain. Political polarization, corruption, and the Rohingya refugee crisis continue to test the nation's resolve. The COVID-19 pandemic further exposed vulnerabilities in the healthcare system and highlighted existing inequalities. Despite these challenges, Bangladesh remains a beacon of hope. Its vibrant democracy, youthful population, and entrepreneurial spirit hold the promise of a brighter future. As Bangladesh continues its journey, it does so with the lessons of its past etched in its heart, striving for a future where peace, justice, and prosperity prevail.